Happiness is a universal pursuit, and throughout history, philosophers and thinkers have sought to unravel the secrets to leading a joyful and fulfilled life. Among these philosophical luminaries stands Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher-emperor of ancient Rome. During his rule, Aurelius found the time to construct a series of autobiographical writings, now known as the Meditations. In these writings, the Roman emperor offered a number of key insights on how to live a happy life. His teachings offer timeless wisdom on finding happiness by focusing on internal states of mind rather than external circumstances. In this video, we will highlight 10 of the most important insights for happiness from the writings of Marcus Aurelius. 1. Seek to build your own character. In the timeless wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, we encounter the profound maxim, "The mind in itself has no needs except for those it creates." These words resonate deeply in a world consumed by materialism, where the siren call of possessions and external status often drowns out the pursuit of genuine contentment. Our contemporary culture inundates us with advertisements, urging us to acquire the latest gadgets, the trendiest fashion, or the most luxurious possession. The media tantalizes us with glimpses into the lives of the affluent and famous, fostering the illusion that happiness resides in the accumulation of material wealth. Yet, as Marcus Aurelius keenly observed, such pursuits are akin to chasing an ever-elusive mirage. The allure of material possessions is fleeting, for there is always another gadget to covet, a larger house to yearn for, or more money to amass. In the pursuit of materialism, we relinquish our happiness to the capricious whims of external factors. Moreover, anchoring our happiness to material possessions places us at the mercy of others. Nothing material truly belongs to us, as it can all be taken away or lost. If we define our worth by the size of our homes or the luxury of our cars, what happens when those possessions vanish? In this regard, the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius shines brightly. The one possession that can never be stripped from us is our character. Rather than fixating on the accumulation of wealth and possessions, we should prioritize the cultivation of our character. Our character, comprising qualities like kindness, honesty, and diligence, is the true measure of our inner wealth. It transcends the transient nature of material possessions and endures as a testament to our true selves. Education and self-improvement become the tools with which we construct our character, fostering the capacity to treat others with respect and empathy. While houses may burn, cars may be stolen, and businesses may falter, our character remains steadfast. It is the bedrock upon which we build our lives, shaping our destinies and leaving an indelible legacy. In the end, it is the virtues and faults of our character that can elevate us to greatness or precipitate our decline. Our character becomes our most enduring possession, a reflection of our inner essence that defines us and resonates through the annals of time. It is in the pursuit of this inner wealth that we find not just happiness, but also the capacity to leave a lasting imprint on the world. 2. Stop seeking the praise of other people. Marcus Aurelius astutely reminds us, it doesn't matter how good a life you've led, there'll still be people standing around the bed who will welcome the sad event. In these words, the Stoic emperor imparts a profound lesson on the futility of seeking universal approval. In a world inhabited by over 7 billion individuals, the folly of attempting to mold one's life to please each and every person becomes readily apparent. Yet, in the age of social media and the relentless quest for likes, shares, and online approval, it often feels as if our happiness hangs precariously on the judgments of others. However, the path to true contentment begins with a profound shift in perspective, one that takes root within our own thoughts and emotions. Instead of perpetually seeking approval from external sources, it is imperative to cultivate a deeper and more stable relationship within ourselves. The reality is that if someone harbors dislike for you, it is not necessarily a reflection of your character, humor, or intelligence. Indeed, there will always exist individuals who disapprove of us, regardless of our actions or words. Thus, it becomes essential to embrace authenticity as a guiding principle in our lives. When confronted with differing political opinions, There is no need to feign agreement. If a friend's remark wounds your sensibilities, consider voicing your feelings. In the words of the French novelist André Gide, it's better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Authenticity is the cornerstone of self-acceptance. By embracing our true selves, we liberate ourselves from the relentless pursuit of others' approval. In doing so, we grant ourselves the freedom to navigate life with integrity and genuine self-worth. Moreover, recognizing that our happiness should not hinge on external validation fosters a profound sense of inner peace. We cease to be prisoners of the opinions and judgments of others, and we embark on a journey of self-discovery and self-acceptance. In the end, it is this journey that leads us to the lasting happiness and fulfillment that transcends fleeting external approval. Consider the story of Maya, a young woman who had always been a people pleaser. She strived to be liked and approved of by everyone in her life, from her colleagues to her friends and family. On social media, she meticulously curated her online persona to garner likes and positive comments, believing that this external validation was the key to her happiness. However, Maya's relentless quest for approval began to take a toll on her well-being. She found herself constantly anxious, second-guessing her actions and words to ensure they met the expectations of others. She felt trapped in a cycle of seeking praise and affirmation, which left her feeling hollow and unfulfilled. One day she realized that no matter how hard she tried, she could never please everyone. There would always be those who disagreed with her choices, criticized her decisions, or simply did not appreciate her true self. Then Maya decided to embark on a journey of self-discovery and authenticity. She began by acknowledging her own values, beliefs, and aspirations, irrespective of what others might think. She allowed herself to express her true opinions, even if they differed from those around her. Maya also started practicing self-compassion, reminding herself that her self-worth did not hinge on external validation. She understood that it was perfectly okay for some people to dislike or disagree with her, and their opinions did not define her worth or identity. Over time, Maya's transformation became evident to those around her. She was more confident, self-assured, and, ironically, more likable because she was authentic and true to herself. While she continued to receive praise and approval from some, she no longer sought it as desperately as before. Maya's journey serves as a tangible example of how embracing authenticity and relinquishing the constant need for external validation can lead to personal growth, inner peace, and a deeper sense of happiness. By prioritizing her relationship with herself over the opinions of others, Maya discovered a newfound sense of contentment that no amount of external praise could replicate. 3. Focus only on what you have control over and ignore the rest. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the cucumber is bitter, then throw it out. There are brambles in the path, then go around them. That's all you need to know, nothing more. In this simple yet profound statement, Marcus Aurelius encapsulates a fundamental Stoic principle, focusing only on what lies within our control while disregarding the rest. In the complex tapestry of life, there are but two threads we can weave with intention and purpose: our thoughts and our actions. Everything beyond the realm of our thoughts and deeds falls outside the sphere of influence, subject to the unpredictable currents of fate. It is an immutable truth that we cannot command the external world, no matter how fervently we desire to do so. Yet how often do we find ourselves ensnared in the snares of frustration and anxiety, expending precious time and energy on things over which we possess no dominion. Emotions like anger, though not inherently futile, sometimes lead us down a futile path. While anger can galvanize us into action in the face of injustice, there are instances when it merely simmers in vain. Consider the maddening gridlock of rush hour traffic. You can shout, swear, and honk your horn with abandon, or you can embrace the serenity of acceptance and tune in to the soothing rhythms of your favorite radio station. Regardless of your reaction, the traffic remains an immovable obstacle beyond your control. In such moments, it is imperative to pose a crucial question. Is this anger serving any purpose? Is it in fact useful? The truth is, we cannot bend others to our will, nor can we dictate their words, actions, or thoughts. The relentless pursuit of such control over external factors is a fruitless endeavor, a source of unnecessary anguish. The wisdom of Stoicism lies in recognizing this futility and redirecting our focus inward. Instead of expending our energy on the capricious behavior of others or the whims of circumstance, we can invest it in nurturing our own thoughts and actions. By doing so, we untangle ourselves from the web of external influences and rediscover the power of self-mastery. In this paradigm shift, we find liberation. We cease to be slaves to the unyielding forces of the world and become masters of our inner sanctum. By focusing solely on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, we reclaim agency over our life. We are no longer captive to the opinions, judgments, or actions of others. Instead, we chart our course with purpose and integrity. In the realm of Stoicism, this is the path to tranquility and fulfillment. It is the practice of acknowledging the boundaries of our influence, surrendering futile battles, and embracing the serenity of focusing solely on our own lives. In doing so, we transcend the limitations of the external world and attain a profound sense of inner peace and contentment. 4. Do something productive with your anger. Marcus Aurelius wisely observed how much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it. It is a truth universally acknowledged that anger, when left unchecked, can lead to a cascade of regret and sorrow, often causing harm to both ourselves and those around us. In the heat of anger, when we lash out impulsively, the damage is already done. We set in motion a chain of events that we will later rue. However, the Stoic wisdom lies not in suppressing anger, but in understanding it as a powerful force for good. The opportune moment to contemplate our anger and its potential consequences is when we are not in the throes of anger itself. By developing the consciousness and awareness of what anger can wreak in our lives, we prepare our minds and emotions to choose a gentler path when anger inevitably arises. Feelings of anger are natural and human. They are part of the human experience. Instead of suppressing or denying anger, we can harness its energy and power to fuel productive and creative endeavors, both for the betterment of others and ourselves. It's about channeling that raw emotion into a positive outlet. Imagine a canvas on which you paint not in strokes of rage, but in strokes of passion, transforming anger into art, frustration into innovation, and indignation into positive change. By doing so, we not only redirect anger's destructive potential, but also cultivate a reservoir of constructive energy that propels us forward. So, the next time anger knocks at your door, invite it in, but do not let it rule you. Harness its energy, direct it toward productive and creative pursuits, and in doing so, you will not only transform your own life, but also inspire others to navigate their anger with wisdom and grace. 5. Negative emotions are a result of negative thinking. Marcus Aurelius reminds us your ability to control your thoughts. Treat it with respect. It's all that protects your mind from false perceptions, false to your nature, and that of all rational beings. The negative emotions we experience are often just the result of how we interpret things. Let's take the example of two friends, Jack and Jill, who are both invited to a mutual friend's birthday party. Jack, a very extroverted individual, is excited at the prospect of attending such a party. He views it as a great opportunity to meet a bunch of new people. Jill, on the other hand, is filled with anxiety and dread. She doesn't know anyone there and fears that she will have nobody to talk to. This is a great example of how two people can have very different reactions to an identical situation. We should learn to understand that the anxiety, worry, or anger we experience is not a result of our environment. Those things happen because of our way of thinking. Because of that, we have the ability to empower ourselves and take back control of our emotions. Marcus Aurelius understood the profound impact of our thoughts on our reality. He encouraged us to challenge and reframe negative self-perceptions. An example of this principle can be seen in the life of Mahatma Gandhi, who initially considered himself weak and timid. However, through introspection and conscious effort, Gandhi transformed himself into a courageous leader who peacefully led India to independence. His ability to change his self-perception from weakness to strength demonstrates the power of altering our beliefs to achieve personal growth and happiness. 6. Be prepared for any outcome and act with resilience. Marcus Aurelius says the art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, insofar as it stands ready against the accidental and the unforeseen, and is not apt to fall. The secret of happiness is resilience in the face of adversity and setback. It is interesting that people who thrive and flourish in their lives see adversity differently, and more importantly, they are prepared for any outcome. For them, life is about making adjustments as setbacks happen and see the bright side of what is going wrong. When you do not allow failure to stop you, you are able to take small steps and move forward regardless of your fears and resistance. Look at life through the favorable lens of perspective and the moving continuum of time. As Marcus Aurelius so correctly points out that the current of time is strong, and this too shall pass. Consider the example of Thomas Edison, who famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Edison's relentless pursuit of innovation and his ability to see each setback as a step towards success illustrate the Stoic mindset of seeking growth and positivity in every moment. 7. Be insanely grateful for what you have. Marcus Aurelius says, "Take full account of what excellences you possess, and in gratitude remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not." Many times we forget all the amazing things and people in our lives and exclusively focus on what we do not have. Aurelius believed in amor fati, the love of fate. This principle encourages us to accept and love our lives in all circumstances, good or bad. Consider the example of Helen Keller, a deaf and blind woman who overcame enormous challenges to become an accomplished author and advocate. Keller's gratitude for her life's journey, despite her severe disabilities, exemplifies the Stoic concept of embracing fate and finding happiness through acceptance. Marcus Aurelius wisely says that you should place yourself in the position of not taking for granted all the great people and situations that you have in your life. If you did not have them in your life, how would your life be different, and how you would crave to have them in your life? This is a simple but highly effective practice to feel a deep level of gratitude for everything this is going right in your life. We forget the simple pleasures in life, such as being alive, close family and friends, the ability to love and enjoy, by being excessively focused on what we do not have and what is going wrong. Counting your blessings and appreciating what you have makes you feel great and increases the levels of happiness. 8. Tolerance is in not judging. Marcus Aurelius says people exist for each other. You can instruct them or tolerate them. We are all part of an elaborate network that binds us to others. We cannot escape, and isolation will only make us live a life unworthy of being lived. Looking with compassion on others allows us to abandon or mitigate our judgments about them. You have to know how to share and teach, but that does not make us responsible for others. We must take responsibility only for ourselves. Trying to change the way others behave to adapt to what we expect from others will only lead to unhappiness, because the actions of others and their consequences are theirs. 9. The peace you need is in you. Marcus Aurelius says today, "I escaped anxiety," or no, I discarded it because it was within me in my own perceptions, not outside. It's easy to forget that everything we experience happens in the space between our ears. Fear, anger, regret, joy, sorrow, peace, second, guessing, overthinking, stress, confidence, and everything in between. Our emotions define our experiences, and it's in the brain that we decide what emotions to respond with based on those experiences. See that everything we experience originates from within, and you'll realize that you have a great deal more control than you thought over how you feel on a day-to-day basis. Learn to manage the domain of your emotions, and you'll learn how to master a big part of happiness. 10. Appreciate the shortness of life. Mindfulness is another essential lesson from Marcus Aurelius. He encouraged the practice of being fully present, using all our senses to ground ourselves in the here and now. An example of this principle can be found in the life of this Nhat Hanh, a renowned Vietnamese Zen master. His teachings on mindfulness and the practice of living in the present moment have helped countless people find happiness and inner peace amid life's challenges. Marcus Aurelius says, "Not as though thou hadst thousands of years to live. Death hangs over thee, whilst yet thou livest, whilst thou mayest be good." If we can live every day like it is our last, we get to the important things right away without any waste of time. Most people forget their own mortality and act and behave as if they will live forever and suspend their dreams and wishes for later. The key lesson from Marcus Aurelius here is we should learn to appreciate just how little time we have and to start living our lives today. We often tell ourselves that tomorrow will be the day we start exercising. Tomorrow will be the day we apply for that job. Tomorrow will be the day we start writing that book. In the English language, tomorrow is one of the most dangerous words. Stop living for tomorrow and start living for today. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius' timeless lessons on happiness provide invaluable guidance for navigating the complexities of life. By recognizing the power of our thoughts, practicing gratitude, challenging negative self-perceptions, living in the present moment, and seeking positive potential in every situation, we can find enduring happiness. Embracing these principles allows us to lead lives enriched with inner peace, contentment, and a profound sense of well-being. The wisdom of Marcus Aurelius reminds us that true happiness is not found in external circumstances, but within the realm of our own minds and choices. These examples highlight how individuals from various backgrounds have applied these principles to achieve happiness and fulfillment in their lives.